think I need some rice. Mmm. 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 Heaven. Hello everyone, welcome to Happy Hour with Ollie. I'm Ollie, and if you have watched my videos before, I'm sure you would have heard me saying that to me, eating out is not just about the food, but it's about the overall experience and how it made you feel. So on a very cold and rainy day, I've decided to take you guys to my all-time favorite restaurant. I find everything about this restaurant comforting. Where is it? It's Mui Garden Restaurant. Mui Garden Restaurant actually has several different locations, but this particular one is located in Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada. It opened recently and I thought, I'm gonna try it out to see if it imparts that comforting flavor that I know and love. Mui Garden Restaurant is actually a great example of a Hong Kong style cafe. What are Hong Kong style cafes? Hong Kong style cafes are restaurants that offer more casual meals. Hong Kong style Chinese food, Hong Kong style Western food, and some specialties. And these meals are usually very cheap, yet very, very tasty. And the special thing about the Hong Kong style cafes is that, like diners, they offer a huge variety of items on their menus. They've got some Malaysian stuff, some French toast.
They've got Hainanese chicken with rice. They've got shrimp and BBQ pork fried vermicelli. Oh, then you've got dessert as well at the end with taro and coconut milk.
The back has even more items on the menu and different special combos. Now, this restaurant in particular, Mui Gardens, specializes in Malaysian Chinese cuisine. I lived in Malaysia for 6 years growing up, and I just love the food from Mui Gardens because it reminds me of growing up. First up, we have the soup of the day, and this is often my favorite thing on the menu because who doesn't love soup that's been cooking for hours and hours over the fire? There are carrots and squash vegetable as well as pork bones. All the goodness from the veggies and the bones and the pork and the almonds that I see floating around in there have imparted the natural sweetness of those elements. Next up, this one is the pan-fried string beans with brown sauce. It's one of my favorite dishes. I don't really cook it much at home because pan-frying these beans take forever. As you can see, the brown sauce also contains bits of mushroom and garlic, and I think bits of meat as well. And you can see tiny pieces of shrimp. The string beans have been pan-fried so much so that they become really nice and soft, but still very juicy. And all the lovely brown sauce with a bit of meat and spring onions and chili just adds the kick. I think I need some rice with this. For the next dish, I will need to accompany it with rice. The rice is actually one of the reasons why Mui Garden Restaurant is my favorite restaurant in Vancouver. There is something that they've added to this rice that makes it extra shiny, and the fragrance of the rice is unbelievable. The texture of the rice is a little bit more sticky than your normal jasmine rice. I'm guessing that the secret ingredient is chicken fat. Let me know what you think the secret ingredient is. Now that I've got my rice, I'm going to talk about the next dish, which is 짠짠! Gale ngao nam. This is beef brisket in a curry, and the curry has potatoes in it as well. This is a style of curry that contains coconut milk, hence the color is very nice and light. Everything in this bowl is very, very soft because it's just been cooking and stewing and like absorbing all the lovely flavors. As you can see, this is a dish that you can't have without a bit of rice. So let's eat it. This is heaven. It's so good. The beef has been cooking for a long time, so it's already falling apart. There's a good mixture between the lean and fat bits in the brisket itself to provide that really soft, creamy texture. The curry, it's so good. It's just savory, it's milky, it's creamy. It's comfort food for me. And as you can tell with the potato, it's already falling apart before I even put it in my mouth. I love this. Hong Kong style cafes are also known for their Hong Kong style milk teas. It's very special because it's not just any tea. It's usually a blend of many different kinds of teas according to the different restaurant in-house recipes. And then they serve it with either condensed milk or evaporated milk. What I've got here though is the Hong Kong style milk tea's better looking brother, I should say. It's known as a yin yang, yuan yang, which roughly translates to Mandarin ducks. It's a combination of two things. This is half tea, half coffee, usually served with evaporated milk. And it's usually served without any kind of sweetness added to it, so you're in charge of how sweet you want your tea to be. Bitterness from the coffee and also from the tea as well. And then I can really taste the different notes of tea contained in this. I love the evaporated milk. It just makes everything so rich. So here is the iced version of the Hong Kong style milk tea that I was talking about earlier. And because it's a cold drink, they've served it with condensed milk. So all you do is stir your cup and spread that condensed milk love evenly. And I'm gonna take a sip. It has just the right amount of bitterness to offset that lovely sweetness. There's another name for Hong Kong style milk tea, and you may have heard it before being referred to as silk stocking milk tea. That's because to ensure that the milk tea is lovely and smooth and creamy to your lips, they use lady silk stockings to filter the milk tea before it is served to you. I'm not sure I really want to picture my drink with images of other people's feet. With the English and Australian type of afternoon teas, it's very, very evident that there's only one kind of tea, orange pekoe, or sometimes if you fancy Earl Grey. With this kind of tea, because it's a blend, I actually cannot tell you what it reminds me of, like a single branch of tea. It's a fusion of teas. In short, Hong Kong style cafes offer food that is comforting to both your tummy and your soul. And who doesn't love restaurants that offer a large variety of cheap yet tasty dishes? Do you like Hong Kong style cafes? What is your favorite thing to order at your favorite Hong Kong style cafe? Comment below and let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you'll never miss out on a happy hour adventure with me. Feel free to look me up on social media by searching the hashtag Happy Hour with Ollie. Until we eat and drink again next time, cheers mates! Bye!